Back here on the Rich Eisen Show. You know, I walked in today's studio for today's show, and I said, today's a good day. And then I saw who's on today's program. And I said, no. It's not a good day.
Ice Cube is wrong.
It's a great day. And that's the way I bring in the head coach of the Miami Dolphins entering his fourth season, Mike McDaniel, here on the program. Right? Did I get that? Did I get
Happy
that?
to be here.
Did I get that right?
It's totally. That's exactly word for word things that I say.
Mm-hmm. Well, shows you I pay attention. I pay attention.
I think you're referencing a classic case of a setup being perceived as the punchline.
Okay.
Yes. We don't. I chose to unveil that setup.
Yes, sir.
Not a punchline. To it's what I do to players and people when I sense like you're going through the motions or there's a monotony to your tone of voice. So, but the setup is not the punchline.
Yes.
Punchline is received a little different. But I said the setup, and dude just kept it moving. So he's either not listening to me or it didn't impact him. So then I was just left with a dropped mic. But yes, the idea of the statement.
Yes, sir.
Is to magnify the fact that life is not infinite. Yes. And so this day shouldn't be taken for granted.
Yes.
And it's a beautiful statement.
Yes.
With an impactful front end.
Well, the punchline, if you will, just was a little darker than I thought. Like, you normally work a little lighter. You know what I mean?
No, that's the setup.
Ah, okay. The setup is that.
That's the setup.
Mike McDaniel here, everybody.
Let's do it.
Yeah, see, that's the setup.
That's the dimension
void of the punchline is extremely dark.
That's right. So today's a great day, is what I'm saying, Mike McDaniel, because you are here on this program. So where have I found you? You're in an establishment housing your team, getting ready for a joint practice with the Bears. Is that where I found you?
That's right. We had a probably our best practice that was pretty difficult, which is why it was good yesterday, and then after practice flew as a team. And we will now have a practice in tomorrow joint.
Okay. And so I guess in general, do you like this newish setup of preseason joint practices, then a game against the team that you're joint practicing against? There's just three of them.
I think I try to load them up every year because as your team grows together, there's a monotony of going against the same opponent or the same scheme. That gets really livened up when you get practice, in some way, shapes, and forms. It can be a little more productive than the actual preseason game because you're able to, kind of work on things that you don't want the whole league to see. You can kind of really get a lot of reps, particularly with the starters that you don't want to tackle. So. You don't have them play the whole preseason one game. So all of those things, it's a good competitive part of your team's development for sure.
Okay. And so what are you looking to see over these next 2 days against the Bears and then on Sunday? Like, what are you as the HC of Miami want to see?
There's a couple things going on. So it's the first opportunity that the team is competing against another team.
Right.
Typically our practices, we're competing against each other, which is fun, but overall I want to feel the team's energy toward the day of practice. And then, I've really highlighted the opportunity that is natural in joint practices to compete and for young guys to win jobs. So there'll be, a unique stage, kind of built that up with words. So then you got to practice and, the young guys know that it's a great opportunity to get evaluated against different people and really different techniques and fundamentals and see how they adjust to, a better picture of what NFL football is. You don't really go against the same scheme every day ever besides training camp.
Right. Mike McDaniel here on the Rich Eisen Show. Let's just jump into Tyreek and that conversation that folks in my business have been having.
Well, is this a somber conversation?
No.
I feel like you channeled your therapy voice there.
Oh, hold on a minute. Hey, Mike. So listen, it's great to see you. You know, your quarterback.
You're a fun participant.
No. Listen, this was wild to me. That your quarterback steps to the podium and just talks openly about stuff that's going on behind the scenes, maybe with him and his receiver and the rest of the team needing to come together for obviously team binding purposes here after Tyreek ended the season the way he did last year. And I'm wondering, were you aware that Tua was going to go to the podium about that sort of thing? Clearly you got your finger on the pulse, but I'm just wondering if you knew this was going to be so open for Tua.
Yeah, no, I think that's a if you're trying to be great at anything, if you're trying to be better at things, if you're trying to evolve, if you're trying to be if you want your team to be better, you want to be a better leader. I think that was something that at that point, to the credit of the conversation, that the two men were working on a relationship. I think both parties were just kind of tired of and just over the semantics of it. Like, hey, these are people that are working on the relationship. I think the power in that is both of the players have like most relationships, you learn and you grow. And when you invest, you go through whatever, but the relationship becomes more real. So I thought it was a maturation or a graduation of Tua as the leader of the team. And also I think it speaks to how healthy they are because, been that many opportunities for the public to see him interact. But as time passes, you'll see a more connected, relationship and really they're not hiding from anything. I think there's something empowering from their standpoint when they are on the platform that they are on.
Well, I mean, obviously, you're as astute as they come. Us who talk about it think that that's got to be a negative as opposed to, hey, it's two guys getting something out or a team getting something out together, and you can actually grow into a collective that's more healthy and open, and that's part of your gig too, is to sherpa that thing through.
More often than not, you're probably right. That's kind of erroneous for this particular situation, and I think that again, I think that's you're seeing people evolve in different circumstances. People go through stuff, and you have a choice to mature and grow or be the same. And I think those two seem to be up for the challenge. I see better than I hear, and I see a better relationship based on the facts of the moments that I see them spend and the investment and the plans that they make and how many times they've hung out with each other this offseason, and they've been over to each other's houses and invested the time. You get out what you put in. So they're putting in the work that's real and transparent.
So now obviously, though, it will come time to play football. And would you consider this matter put to bed then, Mike McDaniel?
I think the matter is one of two things. It's a tipping point for evolution, or so I think it matters in that the way that they're approaching it as a source of a creation of a very strong relationship that needed to be mended, and I think so. To that point, if you there's a lot of scenarios where you could choose for it to reveal itself again, but that's not healthy, direct communication. That's straightforward to the point of mass media. So I think they're it serves as a point that if you put in the work and there's the right intentions, that they'll be proud of.
How's Darren Waller looking?
He's looking fantastic. I can't wait till he looks even more fantastic on the field. He's
Right.
we're progressing. Just a little tricky right now. He's kind of within this week, if all things were normal, we'd probably see him. Kind of tricky to pull a guy out of retirement and start him practicing in a joint practice.
Right.
And that's kind of after this joint practice, we have 2 joints against Detroit. So we're trying to figure out that timeline. It's sooner than later, but he's doing very well.
Will you take me in? Just do me a favor here. Your meetings with Tua. What do you talk about? Like, what's the granular? What's the macro? It's just in general when you're sitting there with your quarterback, Mike McDaniel. And
well, it's that's an evolving process based upon where we're at right now. Our conversations center a lot around, for him, I don't think his practice starts until there's a play that he's mad at himself for.
Huh. Is that right?
So then when he's pissed at himself, then practice starts because that's, as the competitor he is, where he's at in his game within the offense and as a leader, the moments we're training are not moments of high fives and we're on a heater. It's how do you develop your game to have the mental fortitude to be able to stay on the field, compete when necessary, protect yourself out of harm's way. All of those things are a mental strength that we try to work through. Other types of noise in practice that he's working on managing how he plays the game and making sure that it's very good. Yes. And very available.
How do you coach that though, man? Like, how can you possibly coach something as esoteric of knowing when to give up when you also want to stoke a competitive spirit that's obviously as A+ as they come? How do you do that?
I think my starting point was without hesitation, truly trying to paint a picture of the ramifications of as it was scramble first down versus the consequence after, the true gravity and how it affects the team and all the cause and results. I think that's the starting point. Then the different tools are your coaching are based off of, all right, where has he failed in previous circumstances? Well, he's failed when he doesn't like how he's playing and he's gonna get a first down so we can stay on the field and he's not facing failure again. To me, that training, how do you train that? Well, I'm training when he's pissed. That's why that's our conversation, because that's a mental ability where you have to go to a place beyond competition and really and be able to think clearly. So every time he gets competitive, we're working on him thinking clearly, because it not easy by any stretch.
Right.
Easy, but nothing that we've signed up for is remotely easy.
A few minutes left with head coach Mike McDaniel of the Miami Dolphins. How's my guy? Please do. Hydrating. I can't have you cramping in the middle of this interview. I can't have it.
It's my voice. I get.
Well, by the way, do I have a therapy voice? Did I really do that? Like,
yes, you do. It's like a comforting, like, this is a safe place where we're going. So just let go.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like, I'm listening.
It's a talent, listening.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. How's my guy Kenneth Grant doing? How's he doing?
Oh, he's doing.
What a beast.
He's doing,
what a beast.
He is, and he's getting challenged from his veteran teammates.
Okay.
In ways rookies traditionally don't, because they see his ability to help us early in ways that rookies traditionally don't. So that kind of microscope is not easy for everyone. That kind of that high demand of, I don't see them doing anything giving any outs to a rookie mistake. And he's embracing that for the respect and regard that truly is. So he's making plays at the beginning of practice. He's making plays at the end of practice. And realistically, he's intentionally approaching every day, which with him, he's a high effort player that has athleticism. So if he does that, we'll be just fine.
Well, obviously, again, as if me calling him my guy and me being a Michigan guy is not enough of a tell that I'm biased. He's not 13th overall in the draft talent. He's top 5. I mean, that guy is as good as they come, and he dropped to you in a way that I think you're going to be. You're already seeing what he can do. Champion as well, and. So you're saying the OGs are giving him, is that Phillips, the Chubb? These are the guys? What do you?
Well, it's the guys you depend on to keep it real. Okay. Like the part of the hardest thing for young players is when their talent's recognized. Maybe they skip a step of how you prepare appropriately to have sustained success and really development, like a la Zach Sealer, and who every year gets better. Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, Jordan Brooks, Benito Jones, the veterans that are in his corner the list is long, but the biggest key is that he's been a football guy first and foremost, and I can tell he understands what's going to be asked of him and how his teammates are going to have to rely upon him. So that's the biggest thing is there's a concerted effort to bridge the gap of being a rookie and having some veteran player production.
Yeah, I mean, Sealer getting paid, and obviously, anything you could tell me about. You got Chop Robinson there as well. I mean, healthy, you've got yourself a heck of a front seven for sure. And then in a couple minutes I have left with you, I want to hit the back end before I send you on your Illinois way right there. But what do you got for me on Phillips, Chubb? What do you think? Week 1, we're ready? They're ready?
Yeah, I mean, there's football's football, but as it stands now, that's we are going to be healthy week 1 until football says otherwise. So we feel that we have a strength in our pass rush. And a lot of things we'd like to do is feature, something we think we have in a ton of guys that are very, very good players in this league. And the culmination of that, the group, they kind of all walk to the same beat of, the true, lunch pail type workers that have a true effect on the young players, which is gigantic for our team and every team in the league, with how much roster turnover there is every year. So I feel very good about how they're really going for their very best selves, and I think we can have some productive football if we keep it up.
Right. And if we spoke a month ago, first of all, you wouldn't be in Illinois. And secondly, I would have started this interview that it's a good day. I didn't know about the whole great thing. But we'd be talking about Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith. Instead, we got Minkah Fitzpatrick and Darren Waller. It's a very rare situation for a team to make a switch as late as the Dolphins did. How do you think this has made you better, Mike?
Well, I'm just looking at the team that we have and the pieces that did come to us have added value to the group that was working for the 8 weeks in the off-season program together. So I both guys are at the prime of they want to make an impact on the game of football and have at the prime of passion, and both of them can play close to the prime too. So I think that they both come to the team with the mindset that they're going to add value, with the expectation, like everyone else, that you're going to see the best version of them that you've ever seen. So you can't ask for more from veteran players when they're approaching their day-to-day tasks to get better and not stay the same.
How's your Spanish?
Very, very. I'm a good listener of Spanish.
Okay.
Okay. But don't expect me to say anything back.
Okay. All right. So you can understand it. You can't really. You're not fluent. You need to be hooked on that phonics in advance of your trip to Spain later this year, is what you're saying.
Yes,
Mike. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Very good.
But there's a lot of people in place to support me.
Your 4.5-year-old daughter, can she help? Can she help on that? Is she already? Is she?
I mean, she's working diligently. At some point, I hope she is able to communicate with me in several languages. But today is not that day.
Yes, that's the teenage years coming, Mike.
Okay.
That'll be different language, but that's further down the road. Thanks for the time, man. I appreciate it. It's always good to catch up with you.
Well, it was awesome for me.
Was it?
I hope it was the same for you. Yeah. I mean,
it always is. I don't know if you tell that to other people. Do you tell that to other people? Not like, I'm fragile or anything like that, but do you say that at the end of other interviews? It was great for you?
Not.
Okay.
I would never. You are special.
You know what? That's you being the coach that you are. You make everyone around you feel special, and you can scheme it up on top of it.
Yeah. I'm just waiting to hear that in return.
Okay.
That's all
good. So do you have a special capri pant set up for week one? What do you got? Like, what do we got? I always like seeing you.
I have no idea what I'm wearing. I don't think.
You don't got it?
Just because people talk about what I'm wearing a lot doesn't mean I'm super calculated. When I go to the store, I buy the stuff that I think is cool, and then I wear it.
All right. And you got the Jordans? You got your Jordans all picked out? You got that all worked out for you? No?
I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm going to wear.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Some off-white Air Force Ones, I think.
Okay.
That seems like
is that ever predicted?
If there's cool ones that are out there, I'll try to get them, and then you'll be right. But, I don't know what the world has to offer me.
Mike McDaniel, thank you. Enjoy Chicago. Get out of it what you want, and look for more of my calls throughout the season. Really appreciate it.
I'll stare at my phone.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike McDaniel getting set to stare at his phone.
So good. That's our next drop.
Well, I've never been called out. I've never been called out for going lower register before. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.